What's up, guys? It's Aaron here. I'm going to go up to Edinburgh Fringe in August for my first show, and I can't wait. But before I do that, I need to preview the show up and down the country. So I've added a bunch of work in progress dates. Manchester's already on sale. Some of the others might be as well by the time this goes out. All the links are going to be in the description. Liam's going to join me for some of them. It's dead small rooms, dead cheap tickets. It's going to be loads of fun. Come down, let's have a laugh. I'll see you there.
Yeah, stick that little frog up my ass. Do that. I want to talk about how much you have changed my life.
My girlfriend is accusing me of being gay because I didn't cheat on her.
I'll cheer myself up by telling you the story of the time I got a camera up my ass.
No, you should have smashed her, lad.
The last thing I expected to come out of your mouth then was that.
I knew that plant was a fucking gobshite.
Why? Because it's not been looked after and it's dying.
Mate, I've tried my best.
What have you done?
I've watered him.
Look at the kit. Do you open these?
No, because I live in a shithole, and if they saw these mics, they'd probably put the window through.
They'd die of fright. Oh, yeah. I thought you meant the plant. That made no sense, didn't it?
But look at it, mate.
Yeah, I know.
I've tried me every time I get in, it's got blacker tips.
I mean, I'm keen on that.
Yeah.
No, I know, and I was like,
why did we ever kid ourselves in getting an
outside
real
plant
one
indoors? Yeah.
It's not an outside plant. It just needs.
I think all plants are outside plants. Even house plants need light, lad.
So I've been complaining about it for a couple of weeks. Mum says to me the other day, she goes, "Do you want me to leave the light on in the room when you're not here?"
Oh my god, she's got. You know what? Your heart's in the right place.
Yeah, her brain's not existent. Like I said, I was like, no, because it needs the actual. Look, I'm ripping the fucking leak. Like what?
I know. And I was trying to convince it for weeks. You've been commenting on it off pod for weeks, and I've been going, Sam, give it a bit of water, it'll come right back to life. And now it's just got a soggy bottom.
The soil could not be more moist, mate. Like
it's drowning in its own. Yeah.
Now it's probably too. Like there'll be some gobshite commenting on the YouTube. Like, actually, if overwatered it, that's the issue. Like
I always think so vegans only eat plants.
Yeah.
Plant-based diet and stuff. Plants are living creatures too.
Let's not go down this road.
Just because you didn't hear that screaming its fucking head off when you took them off, that doesn't mean it's not like in pain.
Right.
Just because it can't explain it to you,
right,
doesn't mean it's not in pain.
But also, that's the lesser of the two evils, isn't it?
What's the other? What do you mean?
If one of them's a cow and one of them's a plant, as someone that's not vegan, I still have the brain capacity to understand why somebody would be one.
Just because you can't hear daffodils screaming doesn't mean they're not.
Right, but I can hear the cow, and that would upset me a bit more.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Nah, just
Like, I could punch that plant and feel no remorse, but if I tried to chin a cow, I don't...
I'm surprised you haven't. Previously, we've seen you go off about that plant. Yeah, we need to get a Plazzy one, I think.
Yeah, but there's so fucking expensive. I actually went on Amazon yesterday, and they're just so expensive. It's like 100 quid for one that looks like vaguely real.
Yeah. I want to keep that one, right? And then when it just let it slowly die. And then
it's dead.
But we can but just let it slow. So there'll be a time lapse over the next time we do we've another year of the podcast. We've had so much fun doing it. And you just see this plant gradually.
I feel like it's quite a nice representation for the thoughts and I have inside my head.
The darkness is slowly taking over. You're withering away.
Yeah, and every so often Beth comes and brings me some food, and that's the water at the bottom, but it doesn't do anything.
There's no nutrition in it.
We need to discuss whether or not we sub Hezbollah off as well.
Why? What's wrong
Man's been getting, obviously it's going to go out in a few weeks, so it'll probably be old news, but man's been getting a little bit of flack recently. Have you seen what he's done?
No, what's going on with I was going to call him the main man, but I'm not sure I should now.
No, he's a bit of a fucking animal abuser.
What?
Yeah, videos.
Shagging them?
No.
Oh, boring.
What's the biggest animal he could shag, do you reckon?
Probably a chihuahua. I'd pay good money to see that. No, I wouldn't. I don't condone his actions. Has he been? What's he been doing?
So a video was surfaced online of him like punching a cat and shit and like smacking it and pinching its ears and just being a bit of a gobshite with it.
That's not a dog though, is it? Fuck cats. Our cat's a bellend. Used to love her, not so much anymore.
No, why?
I'm only joking. No, let me just address the fact I'm only joking and I don't condone it. Should we just spark them out now? Should we?
I love how you took the moral high ground with vegans and then went on to complain that actually
I love all animals.
Face enough abuse. Yeah, so we need to sub him off.
What would we replace him with though? He brings a certain charm. Do you reckon we get Kanye West? Have you seen Kanye West's most recent tweet? It's like first sort of social media post in ages. Did you see it? Again, this will probably be old news by the time this comes out, but he posted the poster of 21 Jump Street, yeah?
Yeah, no, I did see that. Yeah. I don't think Kanye West would be a good option then, given his...
he doesn't
what we could find someone from the Ukraine who's the same height as Hezbollah and like show solidarity, given that he's Russian.
Yeah, but then it'll look like we're just making fun of little people.
I don't think that it will.
What about Wee Man from Jackass? He's sound. He doesn't. He's doing the animalese abuse as himself repeatedly, so I think we could get him on.
Yeah.
No, we do need a replacement cardboard cutout, something that looks fly in the studio. If
either that or we just deface Hezbollah.
Draw a big cock on his forehead. Yeah, that'll get us demonetized.
Anyway, how are you? You good?
I'm good, man.
We've not spoke properly. We've had guests on for a little while, and some of them like to just talk throughout the entire fucking episode.
How dare they? Yeah, that's what happens when you put a mic in front of people.
Yeah, isn't it? So we've not actually had a catch up ourselves.
Yeah.
Contrary to popular belief, Liam and I aren't friends outside of this fucking...
That's not true.
Outside of this L-shaped we don't speak about anything other than this.
No, we do, but we got to be very careful about what we speak about, because it's just... Sometimes it's better to just talk about it on this, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't have enough going on in our life, and we might burn that one topic of the week. So yeah, obviously you went away.
I've had a lot of...
You went away?
Shit.
Did we speak about you going away?
No, and the run
Where
up
did you go?
to that. Before I even do that, I want to talk about how much you have changed my life.
Okay.
By buying me Crocs.
Oh yeah.
Mate.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all of you.
I told you.
I'm looking down the lens.
Someone clipped the bit where I said, you'll be a changed man. Someone clip it.
He's right. He is right. I mean, I walked into the house that night in my camo Crocs, and I was so chedded because I'd driven the whole way, and I just felt that breezy freedom. Yeah, that sponginess, that like security.
Had the wind in your toes.
Yeah, but you get that with a fucking slider, don't you? But you don't get that security, that sports strap at the back that just hugs your fucking heel and keeps it all in place. And I was like laughing. I called Aaron. I had to call you on the way home because I was like, mate, I am fucking liking this. I was so chedded with them. And I got in, and Rebecca went. I went, hey, she went, why are you carrying a gift bag? And I handed her the gift bag, and it just had the wrapping paper inside. She was like, what did you get? What was your present? And I went, look down. And she looked at my feet, and she looked up at me, and she went, he may as well have bought you a needle and thread and sewed me vagina up himself, because I'm never having sex with you again.
And has she yet?
Yeah, she has. She has. She's gone back on that. That was her opening like fucking line. And I was like, babe, come on. Like, I was you. I didn't like them. Like, try them. Like, just get it. Cast all assumptions aside. Just try them. And she just went in them all barefoot, and she just kind of like took 2 steps and was like, "No, I don't like them."
Barefoot's not the one though. You get sweaty feet.
100%.
Yeah. So
she's messaging me the next day. She gets up before me, goes to work. She's like slagging me off all day, saying, "I can't even look at you. Can't believe." She's proper going hard on the Croc shit, like giving me loads of shit for having these Crocs.
It's not your fault. You got a fucking style, mate. Swagger.
I mean, they are camouflage, aren't they?
Yeah, like I say, I made the point of getting you the ugliest ones I could find. Yeah, for sure.
That day, the next day as well, while Rebecca's giving me all this shit, I went and put the bins out, and one of the neighbours was out with his dog, and he stopped me for a chat. You know the way they do sometimes. You try not to look at them too much in the eye because you know it's going to happen, but he did, and he's a nice fella, and he was chatting to me, and I saw him mid conversation go. And like do a double take at my feet and then carry on speaking, and I went,
what was that, babe? Yeah, I'll be in now. Right, nice one chatting to you, Liam. I'll speak to you. Oh, fuck, he's a weirdo, him, isn't he?
I just said up front, I went, don't judge me for these. My mate got me them as a joke, but I am enjoying wearing them. The dead comfort. And he went, oh, don't worry, lad, the camouflage, I didn't see them. And I was like, yeah, he's on me off there. Anyway, Rebecca's giving me shit the whole day. She comes home, and I'm like, look, socks, you didn't put them on with socks on. Comfy socks, give them another go. She put them on. She walked from one room to the other, and her face just like both dropped and like the smile started kicking in. And she was like, these are sick, these. She's like walking around. She was proper going on about them. She was Googling Crocs. She was looking up like sale and prices. She was going off on one. Mate, right, I'm telling you now.
Has she bought some Crocs?
Crocs spread I live with Rebecca's mum and dad. There's 4 of us in the house. Crocs spread through our house quicker than COVID-19 did. It took 2 weeks for the virus to take hold of Beck's mum after we brought her into the house. Mate, you gave me Crocs on Monday.
It took 3 to 5 business days delivery today.
The whole family had them by Thursday. Mate, everyone's got them. I'm telling you, it's insane.
I'm like the worst dealer ever.
Yeah, you get us addicted.
You got any ecstasy? No, just Crocs, lad. That's all we got. Yeah.
So my birthday rocks around, and Rebecca had already bought
Crocs
me.
around.
Yeah, Rebecca. I don't even.
Carry on.
Rebecca had already bought me like the presents before she'd been, won over to the Croc side, and this is what she got me.
Are you wearing them now? I didn't even notice. Okay, sick.
She got.
Of course you are.
She got me gibbets.
Amazing.
Gibbets that spell the word gimp. But don't smell them, they stink. I've been wearing them.
Smell?
They've been wearing them every day.
You're fucking
I picked
foul.
them up before because I've got sauce. There's tomato sauce on them gibbets. I tried to wash them off.
Paedophile.
I tried to wash them off.
You're everything we've come to expect.
So she...
You're a fucking absolute nonce of a man.
She got that gimp and twat on the other one. And to be fair, super cool dragon. Look at the dragon.
The dragon is pretty cool. Yeah.
Got a dragon in my gibbets.
Sure.
So then I've been just wearing them like this pretty much since she got me them. And when we recorded the last episode, it was only a couple of days ago, just to ruin continuity. I had these on and just no one noticed, and I never got a chance to bring them up in the episode. So
you felt like a fucking prat wearing them as well.
I felt comfy wearing them, but you'd asked me to nip in the shop to get like water.
You need water for Harry.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And
around here as well, that's thinking.
And I was like sat in the car, I was like, all right, mate, yeah, because I didn't want to explain it to you. I instantly call Rebecca and I'm like, Aaron's asked me to go to the shop, like, what do we do? And she was like, take them out. And I'm like, but I don't know if I can get them all back in again. You did it for me. Do you know? I was like, what are we going to do? And mate, I just literally pulled, like as I was driving to yours, I saw a Premiere. And I literally just pulled it. No one was in it. I parked on a double yellow. I went in and I was just like, he was behind the counter and I got away with it. He didn't look at me fucking feet.
To be fair, I went in that same shop before and they had a bit of little poster up and it was like, have you seen this paedophile? Yeah. So I don't know if you did.
they drew the dragon coming out of me fucking shoe on the identification thing.
Oh, man.
But yeah, my life's changed. I do love them. And anyone who was in the same boat as me and judged Crocs and hated them, fucking get a life and wear them. They're sick. Yeah. Rebecca's are better though. She's got a Piata heel on hers. And she can also wear hers. I mean, I can't really. Camo Crocs are a bit.
Well, that was the whole point, yeah. I wanted you to hate them and love them at the same time.
Oh, but then they fucked me over on the weekend, man.
How have you got this much story about Crocs?
Well, no.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you've been talking about it for 10 minutes. You've got so many stories. Like, they've really taken over your life. It's so embarrassing.
I work from home, man. Look at me. Look at the way I've been dressing on the pod lately. I've given up. On the pod. I've given up. I dress for comfort. I'm wearing Crocs. I've got me jogs on. T-shirt. I've gone full dad. I'm just dressing for comfort. I work from home. Let me just fucking be comfortable. I'll put good clothes on when I have to. I don't really have many good clothes. And I'm driving on the Saturday. Rebecca's like, surprise, it's my birthday on Sunday. We're going away to Lisbon the next week, but she wants to do something for my birthday. And she's got like an offer for like a village hotel. She just picked one that was far enough away to feel exotic. We were going to Leeds of all places. You know what I mean?
You mad bastard, you.
Yeah, romantic night in Leeds. You know how to make me happy, baby. So I thought I was gonna.
Did you go tiger, did you mad bastard?
Having it large. So I'm like, I'm gonna drive down, comfy. I've ironed my stuff. I'll just check in the room. I'll get changed. We'll go out for some food, whatever, like that. And I'm driving, and then all of a sudden there's a fucking coolant like warning displaying on the car, like level low. Do you know? It was a red, like, you know, you get the little yellow warning, like it was red. And I'm saying to Rebecca, Google that, see what that means. And she's like, you know, well, it means the car's leaking coolant. It says you need to pull over immediately. And if you continue to drive, the car will overheat and the engine parts will fuse together. And I'm going, that's
the car going, I'm not fucking going to Leeds, you can get fucked. No, stop, turn around, make a U-turn now.
So I'm going, fuck that Dr. Google shit. You just, you know what I mean?
Dr. Google.
When you Google something wrong with you, all the worst stuff comes up. So if you Google something wrong with your car, it's that Dr. Google shit.
Right, but sometimes you Google, I'm having a heart attack. What do you think it is? And it goes heart attack, and then it's right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I do understand, but like with your car, there's only that like a few things that could be.
But
it tells you exactly what's wrong, doesn't it?
Life experience teaches you different things, lad. I Googled, I'm shitting blood. I need help. Yeah. I ended up
You were leaking coolant, were you?
Red coolant, lad.
Gross.
I went to doctors. I had to get a fucking camera up my ass, and all it turned out was I was wiping a bit too vigorously. I had nothing going on.
You had a camera up your ass. Can we talk about that, please?
No.
No, we can.
No.
Talk about that immediately.
No.
What you? I don't care about your Crocs or your little holiday to Lisbon or your car. You had a camera up the ass.
It was a while back. No. Can we just let me finish my car thing? We'll come back to the ass. It's more interesting, actually. Yeah, it's more interesting.
I disagree.
So, the turd's more interesting than the car, so I'll get that out the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, I just tell her to, she keeps going, like she's panicking. I'm like, just Google a Halfords. There was one in Warrington, like 15 minutes away. We pull in, I lift the bonnet, and literally all the coolant's gone. So I'm like, I'll just buy more coolant. So I went and bought more coolant. So look it up. You have to wait an hour for the car to cool down. We're just fucking sat in a Mackey's for an hour. Go out.
But you hated that.
Boss. I
sat there with 4 double cheeseburgers. Like, I don't think it's cool yet, babe. It's been 9 hours. Yeah, shut up. Don't worry about it.
Like 5 p.m. I only had 2. Alright, I was pacing myself, and I put the coolant in, set off again. 10 minutes later, same warning light. So I just go back there because I'm like,
but it's leaking. So like, there's something that's made it leak.
Yeah.
You didn't fix that issue. You just added more.
But
that'd be me going, oh, Liam, I'm bleeding. Don't worry, I'll just pour blood down your throat. But I've still got the injury.
I didn't know there was a leak though.
It said leaking coolant.
No, it said coolant level low. Sorry.
Right, okay.
Right, it didn't actually say leaking. It just said coolant level low. So I didn't know there was a leak.
It's almost like that part was important.
Yeah, it's kind of relevant. But I know so little about cars. I know so little about them that I was just like, well, I'll just put more in it. Long story short, I spent that. We didn't make it to the hotel. 7 hours in the car park in Warrington waiting for the RAC all the time, wearing me Crocs, wearing me Crocs. I'm being very self-conscious about that. When I got in the car with me Crocs, I thought, this is going to be sick unless we break down, but that's never going to happen. I thought that. And then we broke down, 7 hours in a car park in Warrington. Turned out a fucking pebble on the motorway. I just skipped up at high speed and just fucking penetrated me radiator. It was pissing everywhere.
Sounds like such a bad euphemism.
Well, it fucked me. Like,
can I penetrate your radiator tonight, girl?
Well, me and Rebecca are going to a hotel.
That's how
for
Sparky has fucking sexting. Just dirty talk. Gonna penetrate your radiator and then
you'll be leaking fucking
Russell
coolant.
Howard's got a bit on about how like sometimes like when someone does like those classic euphemisms, I'm going to smash your back doors, and he goes, there's always somebody that doesn't quite know how to like do
Put it together.
Yeah, that doesn't know how to join in properly. So they're going like, oh, fucking climbing her, gutter in and remove the leaves.
Yeah. But I was devastated, man. I was actually proper devastated. You know, we got this nice night planned, and I'm like, you live with the mum and dad, we're going to a hotel. I'm like, I'm going to have a fucking...
Having been at the Village Hotel, it probably wasn't much different to Warrington car park.
Sexy night for my birthday, and I got fucking cock blocked by a pebble. And fucked by it. It fucked me over, because that radiator cost me fucking 600 quid. 600 quid. A pebble cost me 600 quid. The day before my birthday. I know. Shite that. So ideal. I'll cheer myself up by telling you the story about the time I'm going to go my ass.
So again? I just want to hear it again. You'll cheer yourself up.
I'll cheer myself up by telling you the story of the time I got a camera up my ass.
Okay, good. I'm so excited.
I don't even know if it's that interesting.
We'll make it interesting, don't worry. Famous last words.
So I was... I
can't believe you got 2 years... Like 2 years we've spent regular time together. I've known you for 5 nearly. And we spent pretty much every day together for the last 2 years. Not every day, but like once a week I've spent time with you for the last 2 years.
It just doesn't come... It's not something you like bring up often, is it? It was a traumatizing time for me.
Between us, well, you never asked.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, so when I said I was shitting blood, I was over exaggerating. It was like every time I wipe, blood on the paper.
Okay.
So I'm like, what's wrong? Joe, this is like a daily thing now. I better call a doctor. It's been a while. Something's wrong. Okay. So I go to the doctors. I think I've told the story previously on the podcast about the time I had to give a stool sample.
Okay.
It was all related to this.
Right, but so, you missed out the fun bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that came up naturally.
Yeah.
The camera didn't.
That did go up quite. Wasn't natural though.
So, anyway, things they think they're like, oh, you might have hemorrhoids. We'll have to refer you to the hospital. So I get a referral to the hospital. They asked me to bend over, and basically my ass crack was too hairy for them to see anything. She like literally was like,
it's like that scene in Madagascar where they're running towards the nose, and he's like fucking.
I could feel her trying to get it. Like it was a woman as well. I could feel her trying to get a look at the hole. I'm happy to keep my hole disguised. Do you know what I mean? No one needs to see that. I could see her trying to find the hole. And rather than just like, I don't know, giving it a shave or something, if you've not got a sharp object in there, just give me a little bumhole to shave. I thought, did the NHS not offer that service?
Apparently not, no.
Yeah, shite. That's what's wrong with this nation. That's why we need to fund the NHS, stop privatising it. She didn't fucking shave me out. She barely looked and she was like...
I don't think there's enough funding to get someone to...
Well, there was a lot of hair.
Like, I don't know if there's enough money you could pay somebody to get them to shave your ass.
It's not even that hairy, it's just where the hair's located. It's like, pure crack. Do you know what I mean?
Was it like a game of fucking... What's the game called? Is it Kaplunk, where you remove the bits and the marble stuff?
Yeah.
He's trying to get free fucking... Moving out each individual hair. See how many marbles drop
just
out.
Up here. So she barely looks at it and she's like, you're going to have to go for a camera. And I'm thinking like, that was a very like quick sort of escalation considering you barely looked at it. She was going, do you feel anything outside? I didn't have anything outside, so she was like, oh, it could be internal hemorrhoids. They're quite like nasty and you need to get them pinched.
I thought the purpose of hemorrhoids was that they come out.
So did I, but I just blindly followed. I was like, yeah, all right, okay, I'll go. That get
seems
this camera.
Insane.
I know, and it did to me as well, but I was like, well, whatever. They were like asking me loads of questions, and everything was kind of like, every question they were asking me, all of my answers were kind of like, no, it's not really like. Joe, they were trying to like diagnose it, see if it was anything really bad, and I was not downplaying it. They were trying to
delegate so they didn't have to deal with it. They were trying to convince you had butt cancer so they could send you to the other ward. Get that basically. Fucking fat hairy ass out of my face.
So they reschedule.
I think it might be brain cancer. Yeah. Susan!
Anything to not have to. Yeah. Wonder why she had the nose plugs on. I didn't know they were standard issue. And she's like, so yeah, anyway, I get an appointment date. I go in for the camera. And I'm nervous, man. You get given like a sort of tablet to take the night before or the morning of. Can't quite remember, but either way,
you up in that.
Like clear you out, not just loosen you up. Like you can't have anything in there. You've got to be like empty. But it wasn't like I wasn't like nil by mouth all night or whatever. But sometimes you have to be, overnight, like not eating, depending on the extent of the camera. And there's risks to it. The camera can tear things. And
it's so funny because when you
damage.
say a camera, I'm like imagining a GoPro.
Sony.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like attached to like a fucking helmet on some guy's head. He goes up like, and I look around.
Honestly,
but like you don't. Obviously, it's probably on like some sort of pole. It's a tiny little like lens thing, and that it goes. Yeah, but like you say, I imagine like a fucking.
You do though, don't you? Yeah. Yes. Kodak me.
200mm lens on it. That fucking long.
Just defogging the lens before it goes in. Yeah. And so I like go for the. I do that thing. That was horrible. That whole like fucking. Oh my God! I'm lying. I'm just thinking back, it wasn't a tablet. They sent me an enema in the post. I had to douche myself.
Isn't that what Nemo lived in?
An enema?
In an anemone.
Yeah, it wasn't a tablet. They sent me an enema in the post. I had to douche myself. That was fucking
it's amazing
scary.
That you forgot that.
Well, when I say douche myself, I didn't trust myself to do it, so I had to ask Beck to.
Right, brilliant.
Yeah. That's why do you think I'm married?
I hope you
I mean, that's commitment.
Digit in afterwards. Like, now you've douched, you might as well. When in Rome.
It wasn't fun. It was not fun. You're full of water, and then all of a sudden you're not full of anything. It's horrendous. You feel like intense pressure from all that water, and you've got to hold it for a bit. and you basically hold it until you can't fucking hold it no more, and then you just sit down. But like, you went for a shit before we recorded. You went, I'm going for a shit, and I was setting up the cameras. I heard your introductory fart to your shit, and I giggled to myself because I'm a child. All shits have that introductory fart, don't they? There was no introductory fart.
It's like the trailers at the cinema.
Yeah, exactly, easing you into the situation.
Please set off your phones.
This shit was the introductory fart. Do you know what I mean? It was just instant, it's horrendous. Sorry, by the way, for the graphicness of this, if the listener or the viewers on.
We've still not got to the main crux of the story, so you had a camera in your ass. Go on, tell me.
So I go in.
Tell me things.
I go in. I've got I have to strip down into a gown. I'm bolloco underneath the gown, and I'm just bare ass out. They have like a row of like beds that, you know, you're not like you're just a day patient, you're in and out, but you've got to sit on the bed for sanitary reasons. They can't have you sitting on a chair in the waiting room with your ass out.
Some fucking kids sat next to you, like what we were saying with the vibrator on Luke's episode. Some fucking kids sat there. You're all right there. You're just like, just covering up your little.
Did you have to douche before you came in as well?
Yes. No, I've got an ulcer on my lung. They don't let you do that. And would you be in A&E for a lung ulcer?
This wasn't A&E. It's like a set, like...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, set. It's an area in it. Do you know what I mean? They've got like 6 beds just outside the examination room, and it's dead early. I'm the first one in. This second guy comes in after me. He goes and gets changed. He comes and sits opposite me, and he's an old dead Scouse fella, and he looks fucking miserable. He just sits down opposite me, and he's just looking.
He's there once a year.
Well, he's looking at the floor. He just looks up at me, makes eye contact, and goes, "I'm not looking forward to this, lad." I was just like, "Yeah, me neither, mate."
But like, I feel like it's a given.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I don't think there'd be anyone sat there giddy.
I was less looking forward to the conversation he was trying to start. I was just like,
Can we not talk about the thing that's about to enter our arseholes?
I just want it over and done with. Don't want this conversation.
Yeah.
Get called in. I go in. I see like the screen. It's like the screen. It's mad because the screen. I'm just seeing kind of like light and the room.
Do you get to see what's it?
Yeah.
So it's like a live feed.
So there's
was it like Twitch streaming your arsehole?
Mate, there's multiple monitors, so they've got their own, and I've got
little
one.
gaming setup and that.
Yeah, I think it's to help take your mind off it.
Little LED lights on the background.
Yeah, you control it.
Says on air. Yeah, you control
on
it.
Air.
Building like fucking building blocks and that.
Yeah. And I'm like, so that's good, I think, for me, because I'm kind of like, I'm interested in medical stuff like that, and it takes your mind off it, you know, watching it happen. Yeah. So I'm ready.
It takes your mind off it watching the live feed. What sort of fucking logic's that?
Well, okay, it's not good logic. Maybe it was the poor wording, but it's like it gives you something else to focus on rather than the sensation.
Yeah, you get to see what's entering your ass as well as feel it. Nice.
Yeah. So they're putting the camera up, and it's just like gradually like, I get to see it come in, which is dead funny because I just see like skin, because you can't quite make out a full, like, Joe, the camera's so like zoomed in, I can't make out cheeks, but I just see skin, intense amounts of hairs, and then the inside of a human body, Joe, my body.
Yeah, a human body. Imagine you had the fucking live feed from next door by mistake. Hang on, I'm not a black lady. What the fuck's happening here?
Pull that out again. Put that back in again.
Yeah. Right, now go around the front. Terrible.
And I'm just trying to watch it, take my mind off it. Now, the reason they give you the enema and the instructions on the enema are like, you need to do this properly, because if there is anything still there, it can completely affect things, and they have to stop and we'll have to reschedule it. So I've got that in my head, and I'm watching, and I'm like, please be clean. Please be clean. And mate, to be fair, your boy is.
Yeah.
Clean. Didn't even know a man could be that clean. And I'm starting to feel a bit, because it's getting a bit further and that. And then I just start seeing the colour brown, shall we say. Like, just the colour. And I'm like,
why is it not in black and white?
It's full colour, baby. HD. What are you on about?
4K, 24
it's not an ultrasound. Better quality than this fucking podcast, lad.
And I bet they were this colour.
And it gets to so I'm like, oh, fucking hell, please, no. And my mate stopped dead because there's a big fuck off TURD-BERG in the way.
Fuck off.
An iceberg of turd is about to sink the Titanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine that ending scene.
Never let me go.
Bugger me! As he knows, is it?
Bugger me!
Why aren't they turning?
Abandoned ship! Abandoned ship! I was, mate.
So fucking Fabrizio, there you are. just like, there's a little old lady and a man just like cuddling on a bed next to you.
Margaret, did you see that?
It's just some old lady.
There's a giant shit out the window.
Oh, fucking hell, that's so funny.
So traumatizing. Well, so I'm panicking at this point because I'm like, fuck me. It's so uncomfortable. I haven't even talked about the sensation. It's not painful. It's just proper pressure. It's really uncomfortable.
Oh, the nurses. It's been a pleasure playing with you guys tonight.
And I'm like, I'm going to have to go through all this again. And then, mate, the camera, fucking high tech, it's got its own like little water jet system. Starts like spraying the turd, and it just wiggles
it's
up.
like Andy Dufresne in Shawshank Redemption, just pushing his way through. I had to crawl for the length of 5 football pitches.
Mate, it's fucking chiseling its way through.
Putting a poster up again on your arsehole.
Yeah.
Mila Kunis there, just like,
pretending to be asleep as soon as the guards are away. So the camera gets its way past it, goes past the turd. But I'm just getting...
just moves it out of the way. Sorry.
Honestly, the way the camera is, it literally feels that way. Like, but I'm like, all right, what you described is exactly how I'm imagining it at the time. I'm like, has it gone past that turd? Or is it just
pushing it out through your mouth?
Out? No, not pushing it up.
So many movie references, but when he has slugs coming out of his mouth in Harry Potter.
No, I'm like, is it just popped out of me? Do you know what I mean? Have they just like popped it out of me is there a little turd line? And I'm just feeling this immense pressure, and all I can describe it as is like the feeling of needing to go now. So I'm thinking, they've seen that shit. That shit's probably already behind me right now. It's come out. This pressure is unbelievable. I'm gonna go. I need to warn them. I need to let them know. And I'm kind of like, and then I just went, I'm gonna shit. Like that. That's how I tell them. I was like, I'm gonna shit. I didn't know how else to say it.
Meanwhile, Kate Winslet runs in with an axe. She's like, I'll get you out of this.
The nurse. Oh, she was lovely.
No more Titanic references from this point on.
She's going to me, that's not you, that's us. That's not you, that's us. Do you like the pressure?
Were they shitting?
No, they're putting you know what I mean? It's not me, it's the presence of that. Because if you think about it, it's the same, like, the sensation of having a shit is like all in that tube, innit? So that's the only reference point I've got, is that sensation I associate with shitting.
Yeah.
And she just rubs me back. And she just goes, there, darling. It'll be over soon. In a dead thick Jamaican accent, which I'm not going to try and do for legal reasons. And that's
reasons? It's not legal reasons.
Yeah.
It's not legal reasons. It's just, moral standpoint. You make it sound like she's gone, right, I've done that service for you today. You're all cleaned up. Everything's fine. But you do my accent and I'm taking you to court. Like you've been silenced by her.
It is for legal reasons, because if the cameras weren't on, I'd be fucking doing
the cameras were on, thankfully, because you had to go through it twice.
Yeah, there's no real end point there. It was over, and it turned out there was nothing wrong with me, and they didn't even give me, I just must have been wiping my ass too hard.
Oh my God. The end point was, well, they penetrated that. It's fucking horrible.
I know.
Oh, it's made me feel sad. I'm glad you shared it, though. I appreciate you.
I went on holiday.
Yeah? Let's have a break. I don't give a fuck. We've got merch. Finally, we've got merch.
We've been talking about doing this for ages, and we've finally made it happen. We've got our own online store at spreadnegativitypod.com. We're selling t-shirts with logos. We're selling queefs. Whatever you want, we've got it.
We're selling queefs in a jar if you want one. We've got beanies, mugs, phone cases, loads of stuff like that, so check it out. But if you do order something, and I cannot stress this enough, order one size up. I'm a large to extra large in most things. I've got a 2XL in this. Liam, you'll notice, doesn't even have a hoodie yet because they're still making his out of a bed sheet, right? Proper nightmare stuff.
Check us out, spreadnegativitypod.com. If there's anything that you want and you don't see, let us know. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, we'll sort it out. And we will get better at these adverts as time goes on. Features?
Bring it on.
Features.
Show
Okay,
it to
good
me.
stuff. Got a couple of Reddit posts here. While on the subject, if you guys could send stuff in, we'd really appreciate it. So we're looking for the worst thing you've ever done to yourself or someone else, like worst moment of your life, most embarrassing moment. If you've got any questions, looking for advice, like just anything, really. If you want to send something in, we'd really appreciate it because these Reddit posts, they're fucking tedious sometimes. You've got to go and find some and try and make them fun. Some people are fucking boring, but you aren't. The person listening, you're not boring. You've got shit to tell us.
But if you are and you can't be arsed telling us shit, you send us Reddits and do the work for us. That would be sound.
Yeah, someone did actually, didn't they, on Instagram?
Like, am I the arseholes? Today I fucked up.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff we're looking at.
I'll just I said it a couple of, we're recording so many in such a big chunk, so I don't actually know when I last said it, but just make something up if you want to. Fucking, who's asked? We're not bothered. We'll humour it. We don't fucking care. I'm not bothered. So, spreadnegativitypod@gmail.com. We'd really appreciate it. Send us stuff in. Just makes it for a more fun episode because he's ready. It's fine doing them, but it's not as fun as the listener submissions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Rate, comment, subscribe, ring the bell.
I hate when you do that. You make me
YouTube,
feel sick.
Baby.
It's an ick. Absolute ick.
I know. That's why I like
it. But yeah,
it,
no, genuinely, rate, comment, subscribe. We've hit monetization now, and it's fucking bleak. We've made 26p so far. Right, let's crack on. It's so ridiculous. Like, you look at this like an analytics, and it goes 26p revenue earned, and you're like, okay, brilliant.
Hey, that's a Freddo, lad. We've earned our first Freddo as a team. Come on, touch me. I want to feel some skin.
I'm not touching you. You disgust me. So this one, like I say, it's on Reddit, and it says, am I the arsehole for not wanting to split expenses proportional to income?
Ooh. I had to think about that a second.
It's a heavy sentence, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it says, I live with my boyfriend in a flat he owns. Fully paid off, his father gave it to him. The whole building was built 6 years ago and it's in a very popular area. I pay my boyfriend half of the market rate rent, which we update every year by looking at how much the flats are being rented out for in the building complex, which is a lot of money, but I agreed to it. Other than this, we did everything else 50-50 in the past. I got a new job with a significant pay increase, and now my boyfriend says we should start splitting expenses proportional to income because that's fair. I told him I don't think it's fair that I should start paying for more just because I got a new job and nothing else changed. I already pay him rent, enough rent that would get me a same-sized flat a few streets away, so it's more than fair to him. He made some, in my opinion, very weak arguments and accused me of ripping him off. That's when I told him that under no circumstances we will split expenses proportional to income. Now that I've calmed down a little bit, I'm worried whether or not I'm the... There's always one. And everyone. Now that I've calmed down a bit, I'm worried whether I'm in the wrong, especially since my best friend told me this is how they do it with her boyfriend too, and my boyfriend owning the flat is irrelevant here. Am I the arsehole?
It's such a cagey subject. So I'm sorry.
I mean, I've got my opinions.
And I'm looking forward to hearing them. Were they were they splitting it down the middle, or he was paying more initially? That's what it said, wasn't it?
So she pays him rent.
Yeah.
He already owns the flat. He's not got a mortgage. His dad gave it to him.
Right.
She pays him half rent, and then they split expenses 50-50. He increases the rent every year, depending on what she's on what's relevant, with all the other buildings, all the other flats. And now she's got a new job. He's gone, give me some more money.
So I apologise that you had to explain it to me because I was too busy thinking of like my similar situation. When you co-fucking habitate or whatever, you've got this experience, haven't you?
Yeah.
I didn't stop to acknowledge that he's not. If the flat is already paid off, why the fuck are you charging her any form of rent? He's the arsehole. Oh,
it's so boring when we agree, but what a bellend this guy is.
What a tit.
Why is she even asking herself this? Okay, first of all, problem you've got is you're charging your partner rent on a flat that you don't have to pay rent on.
Mortgage paid off as well, on it.
Mortgage paid off. His dad gave it him. He's not paid anything on the house. His dad gave it him.
Yeah.
So he's got a free house, now he's charging his missus. That's fucking insane. I completely agree that you should... Okay, this podcast takes off and I earn 100 grand a year. I should pay...
Woo!
No, but I should pay more than Beth on the house. I really feel that should happen. Because if she's on, say, 25 and I'm on 100. Why am I watching her with no money? Because like you see this all the time. Because then like this fucking like, oh, I pay the exact same amount as Beth, but then I want to do other things that she can't afford because she's got no fucking money because of how much she pays. Do you know what I mean? It's so ridiculous. So you see it all the time, but he doesn't pay anything on the mortgage.
It's just
there's no mortgage. He's charging her to live there.
Yeah,
but it doesn't cost him anything.
He is the landlord. Is he just living out some sort of sick porno fantasy? Like,
he's got.
Have you ever seen a property sex? It's a thing.
No.
It's like, you know. Well,
I feel like I have actually. Yeah.
So when you just
the
browse
estate agent comes round. Yeah.
And they pay for the property with the that actually sounds quite exploitative. I don't like the storyline. That's Paul's fucked up these days because it gets you in with a dodgy. You like the way they look, and then you end up watching this dodgy storyline where the fucking landlord's also your stepmom and you're shagging her.
Yeah, and I'm stuck in the washing machine that he's come round to fix. He's also brought a pizza for some reason. But yeah, no, you are right. I don't get why he's charging her in the first, and the fact it increases year on year.
I know, mate. That, to be fair,
I'd be scared of pissing him off.
That's fucking clever as well, though.
Oh, mate, the man, what a life he's got. He's got a flatmate that has sex with him.
Yeah, and he charges her interest for it. Yeah, it's insane.
Oh, yeah, when she fucking squirts all over the sheets, he charges her the dry cleaning more to, like, she's got to pay more to fucking get them cleaned.
He's like that, counting the notes afterwards. Fucking scumbag.
Yeah, guy, I was hoping that you would
disagree.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's why I'm glad you clarified it, because initially I was going to, because I hadn't registered that. It was all paid for, the flat, and I thought, like, I was thinking about like what you were saying then, if you were earning all this more money, you would pay more. And I was thinking, do you know what, if you are in a position where you are earning more, like, then maybe the 50-50 needs to change for all the reasons. Have you ever had like any issues about that sort of thing?
No, because we earn pretty similar amounts, me and Beth. So like I earn a little bit more than Beth, and I pay for, we're already sort of living it. Yeah, I pay for Netflix, I pay for Amazon Prime, all that sort of shite.
Yeah.
I just pay for that. Because I earn a little bit more than Beth, but like not much more. Do you know what I mean? But like we're already doing that. Like, you know, it works out. I don't know how much a month, but we split everything out.
I think when you like, as things go further down the line, I mean, you know, obviously you own a house together. I'm fucking married. As things go further down the line,
I'm not marrying her.
You stop. No, but you're fucking common law married, lad. You're pretty. You know what I mean? It's fucking marriage is just like a certificate. But like,
he says after just getting married and spending 20 grand on a wedding.
Hey, I didn't spend
it's
that
just,
much.
It's just
15.
Yeah. She paid a little bit more actually. She earns a bit more money than me.
Like, I just think that like when it stops becoming an issue, I think it is an issue when you're at the start of a relationship, because you're like, okay, what we agree to now, it kind of like sets a precedent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think like whatever you've agreed to initially, stick to, even if you are a month for paying the rent.
Honest, I'm already paying more for Amazon Prime and Netflix because I'm quite confident that Beth's going to earn more than me at some point. And so I'm hey, I paid for the Amazon Prime.
You're playing the long game. Yeah, I like your style.
Yeah, because I said, oh, okay, this podcast takes off. It's very unrealistic.
Hey, fucking Fredo money now, lad.
Yeah,
we're making Fredo money.
Yeah. That's what she's going to hit me with. You're getting the gas bill this month. You've made 80p on YouTube. And I'll be like, no, because
I've got to split 40p.
Yeah. The second she stops paying for the rent, it's tough, innit? Because like it's proportional to income, and I would argue that he's making more than her because he's charging her. He's charging us to live there. So like I understand proportional to income in that the other person pays more because of what they're earning, but if they're splitting 50-50, and what's he earning? What's he earning every month? Because if he's earning more than her and then she's had a bit of an increase, now he wants it to be 60-40, you can suck your mum, mate. What you on about?
We had a bit of a issue when because we were on the same for a while, and then Rebecca went on more than me, and we did just split everything sort of down the middle. Yeah. When she went more, she didn't cover more. It was just down the middle. So then when I started earning a bit more, it was like a little jump to where we were. She was like, all right, now am I still paying half? And I was like, yes, yes you are, because that was what was pre-agreed. But also I was like, I'm the numbers guy. Do you know what I mean? And if she doesn't really like pay no attention to that sort of thing, but I am not a cunt. Well, I am, but not in that regard. I'm not taking advantage of her. I'm being so fair. I'm just doing all the hard work for her with the the math side of things, I would never take advantage of her because she didn't understand that. That made me sound like I was fucking having a go at her intelligence.
No,
there.
I don't think it did. It's something that she doesn't.
She
quite
didn't
get.
understand. Yeah, so
I don't get it. He's fucking.
So she
talking about sponsorships. You're dealing with that, pal.
Well, because it was just something that wasn't in her sort of ball game. She was just a bit like, oh, well, that doesn't seem fair. And I was like, well, no, it actually is because we're together and we do everything together and all that extra. That it's not as if I'm just going out and having a great time without it's our savings. Like it's you're still reaping the benefits of it. Now it's gone the other way now where she's just like, can I use your card? And I'm just like, well, I have to say yeah because she's my wife.
Yeah, pretty soon you'll have a stand-up special, won't you?
I'm not earning that much money, lad. Fucking hell.
Because you can't do the stand-up special as good as that. That's why.
Mate, money can be a really tough topic. It can be, especially in like a relationship, especially
it's only when you've not fucking got any.
Start a relationship.
That's the shitty thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's all these couples that split up over money. It's because they don't fucking have any, and it's such a shit like position. Because like we could easily fucking argue with each other over it. We try not to let it get us bogged down and stuff about money, but I can see why it's the biggest, like it's the leading cause of like divorces and stuff, I think.
Really?
Isn't it? Yeah. So like it's the leading cause of arguments within a household.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. Should we do another one?
I just want to call that guy a cunt one more time. That's why he's such a mega cunt, because he clearly has money. If he come from a background where his dad can give him a property for
Speaking of money, we've just lost about 14 pence because you said the word cunt.
Oh shit. Never even. Oh, I'm gonna watch what I say now.
No, we don't have to. Let's not be ridiculous.
Yeah, you can shove your fucking Freddo up your ass. YouTube, you bint.
Then put a camera up there and come across it.
Can you imagine if I was watching the screen and I saw that little frog face smiling back at me? Oh shit, yeah, Rebecca shoved the Freddo up.
I'd be more impressed the fact that A, you didn't chew it. And secondly, your stomach acid didn't dissolve his face. He's gone down there.
Gone down that way. I thought it had gone up the other way. Yeah, stick that little frog up my ass, you know, when you're feeling frisky.
Right. This one says, my girlfriend is accusing me of being gay because I didn't cheat on her. I wrote this one. It's about me, this. So we've been together for about 2 years now. She's always been the jealous type, but it's never bothered me because I'm not a very social person, so I never felt like she would have reason to be jealous. She knows my schedule, and I have the Life 360 app on my phone, so she knows my location at all times.
Whoa, it's a lot, that.
Straight away, we know what's gone wrong here, don't we? I don't even know what the Life 360 app is.
I know, me neither.
I thought it sounds like some sort of shit life insurance, doesn't it? Are you over 60? You get a free pen.
I thought it would be like a simulator or something, but go on.
Sims and that.
Yeah.
I have this app. I have this app. I have this app because one day my father got into a car accident in a remote area and it saved his life. Right, we're cunts.
Yeah. The last thing I expected to come out of your mouth then was that. I was about to go hard on this. Yeah, she's a fucking cheater. She's got a fucking...
It fucks it so quickly.
Oh, lad.
I didn't even know it was going to say that either because I saved this about... When did I save it? I saved this in like mid-January. Because if I come across one, I just save
it to the bank.
Yeah.
Why would you get a tracker app though? Have you not heard of What Free Words? Get on it. I'm saving lives by putting this out there. You ever heard of What Free Words?
So I sometimes, when I get a gig itinerary, they'll say if you're looking for the venue, type these 3 words into What Free Words.
Yeah,
but I've never.
You don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So basically, every single like longitude and latitude that the coordinates of like the whole world. You know, that's how you can work things out. Like specific locations, it's a bunch of squares. Every single square is given 3 words. So no matter where you are, if you're lost, if you're stranded, when you call the emergency services, you can go on that app and you can find out your 3 words, provided you've got.
No
signal,
way.
And they can come to you. So Joe, if you're like reporting like a 911, they're like 911. Where the fuck am I in fucking Florida or something? If you call them fucking
what 3 words are them in Florida? School shooter, fat cunt. that's 4, but we'll make fat cunt hyphenated. Goth school shooter.
Hey, you're describing me now.
Oh, I didn't tell you, in Barcelona. In Barcelona a few fucking weeks back, wherever we went, we were studying that line for that nightclub I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 American guys and the dead fucking sound. We just got chatting to them because we were studying the line for like an hour. And so they were going through like, this typical fucking hacky. Oh, you're from UK, we are from America, blah, blah, blah. And we just started talking about it. He was like, is it true you have beans on your toast? We were like, yeah, mate, yeah. It was just shit like that. So we were just out, yeah. He was like, oh, this is a big protein source. I was like, yeah, I'm fucking ripped. So
you had a conversation with Americans about protein.
1 a.m. as well. Do you know what I mean?
Gym bros.
And he goes, like, is there any like words that you say, like that, like to mean certain things? Like, what's your slang and stuff like that? So we're just going through like the list of like random shit. So I said like sound means like cool, heavy means like shitty situation. Sometimes we'll call something eggy if it's that awkward, and then and then I went, we call it school, but you call it firing range. I've never seen the light leave someone's fucking eyes quicker. He just I can't believe I forgot to tell you this. So I said we call it school, but you call it a firing range. You just went, yeah.
Oh,
and then just turned around to me, and me and Beth was stood there. She went, leave it.
Like you needed telling. Like you've not developed the skill to back out. Fucking hell, lad. That's great, that.
I can't believe I didn't tell you that. Oh, fucking hell. Anyway, right, where are we up to?
Easter egg for the listener. I farted dead loud during that story, and I just want to know if the mic's picked it up, so let me know in the comments. So you were the Life 360 found the location.
Yes,
That's
and it saved his life. Okay, so according to my girlfriend, women often hit on me. I really don't believe that this is the case because I'm an average looking dude and I don't put myself out there like that, but she insists this is the case.
Nerd. Sorry.
She has made multiple attempts to catfish me. She tried Facebook, but I won't accept a friend request or message someone at... fucking hell. She has made multiple attempts to catfish me. She tried Facebook, but I won't accept a friend request or message from someone I don't know. She tried Instagram and it was the same. So then she tried Reddit, where I'm likely to respond to a message from a stranger. It was painfully obvious what she was trying to do. I've been using Reddit for a decade and know what normal behaviour looks like. She sent me a message like, I saw your post and you're so funny. Do you want to hook up? I live in, brackets, your city. And attached a picture of an attractive woman. I knew it was BS and just replied, you're not fooling anyone. The rest of the day, she gave me the cold shoulder and had an attitude. When I called her out, she said, if you were a real man, you wouldn't have even responded to the message. I handed her my phone and passcode and told her she can search anything. She did. She gave it back to me about an hour later. At this point, I asked, did you find what you were looking for, while laughing? Now she's accusing me of being gay. She didn't find any messages between me and another woman, so she said, if I'm not seeking out other women, I must be gay. What the hell am I supposed to do? I did nothing wrong, and so I'm...
The fuck?
What the hell am I supposed to do? I did nothing wrong and somehow I'm still the bad guy. She told me to leave the house the day before Christmas because she doesn't want to see me, and also called her family and said I'm gay and now her brother wants to fight me.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. If your brother's a fucking homophobe and you're a fucking dickhead.
I would love to be a fly on the wall in that situation. Right, you're not going to believe this, right? My partner didn't cheat on me. Can you beat him up? What the fuck?
I've been through your phone and not once did you search washing machines, stepmums, fucking pizza. Mate,
oh my God.
I just don't understand that logic of like, what did she want to happen? She's setting the trap and is angry that he didn't fall for it. If he did fall for it, is she happy then?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Like I said, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in this situation after her brother gets arrested for battering him and then tries to explain to the police why he beat her up.
We didn't cheat on my sister.
Yeah.
So he must be
so I battered him because he didn't cheat.
Absolutely
So
insane.
some people are just completely fucking messed up though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, she's gone through his phone and then just like, she can't have the self-awareness to realise that what she's doing is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So she's attempted to catfish him, messaged him, tried to get him to cheat, and when he's not done it, he must be gay. She's mentally ill and he needs to just fuck her off.
And the whole time she's going, he's fucking nut job him. Do you know, like she thinks he's the psychopath?
Yeah.
Mate, that is absolutely insane.
She gave him the cold shoulder and had an attitude of him.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous, isn't it? Like, you people say this all the time. So, like, I think Kevin Hart said this after he got, like, Joni stepped down from the Oscars for, like, the homophobic things like he said in a previous special. I think he said at one point, he was like, what's the point in me having changed if you're still going to hold me accountable after I've apologized? I might as well still be that same piece of shit that I once was, because you're still treating me like I am. And I sort of like, I don't know how much I agree with that.
It doesn't apply to,
but like
everything.
here,
But
she's constantly going, you're cheating on me. You're cheating on me. You might as well cheat. He's getting the same fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You might as well go and smash bitches.
Do you know what it is? She's cheating on him and she feels guilty about it. She's just trying to catch him out, and she's looking for any excuse to end the relationship because she feels that guilt for cheating on him. So that as soon as he's not like biting at these messages, she's like, "Oh, you gay," and I don't fucks with that. She's getting off. I'll get my brother to bum your head in.
Bum your head in? That's how gay you are. My brother's gonna fuck you. Oh, fucking lunatics. My God.
Joe, when I was younger, I because there is this standard of men, isn't there, that you do have to be kind of like at everything. Do you know what I mean? Trying to fucking fuck
Alpha
anything
male.
that moves. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I thought you meant like beating people up and shit.
No, I meant like that towards women, kind of be like always trying it on, always flirting, whatever. I had a girlfriend when I was a teenager. I was like 14, 15, and I just didn't really like her. It sounds dead. I didn't like her at all, really. She was nice.
What race was she?
White. She was white. They're the worst. And
the way you said white then made it sound like you wouldn't be anywhere near another one.
That's not. I was going for the other angle. But yeah, she was nice. She was nice enough. We just didn't get on. Like when I say didn't get on, I just mean she was boring. I just wasn't like there was no conversation.
She was boring.
Yeah, she was the boring.
Didn't share the same fucking interests in Minecraft as you. Does she not know?
I don't like Minecraft. I like Marvel comics and masturbation. She wasn't into that.
Right.
No, she. I probably shouldn't have said. The thing is, we were on a bus. She starts putting her hand on my leg. She starts like going towards the old penis. And I'm like, I'm not. Well, he wasn't an old penis. He was a young penis at the time, and I've never been with anyone at this point. I'm like pushing the hand away because I'm not really interested in it, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like,
when you're a virgin, it's such a big deal, isn't it? And you're about to get wanked off on the 192,
and I'm pushing her hand away because I'm like, I'm thinking about this girl. I'm like, it's disingenuous. I don't like her. And she clearly really likes me, and she did. And I'm like, I'm not going to take advantage of that.
She sound a bit mad, yeah.
I'm not going to let her like. I'm not going to do anything with her because I need to figure out how to break up with her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I ended up like breaking up with her and stuff because she was trying to invite me round one dinner time because her parents weren't in. I'm like, she wants a slice. She wants
the diddly, yeah.
She wants a slice of the toffee pie, and I'm sorry, but you're not even having a sniff of the crusts. I'm not giving it to you. So I had.
She wants a slice of the toffee pie, but I'm sorry, I've ate it.
So I broke up with her, and she cried and stuff. She was upset, and I was like, you know, have I done the right thing? Have I done the right thing? I go home, I talk to my mum about it, and she's like, yeah, you know, you've done the right thing. And anyway, that was it. Years later, I'd bring it up to my mum. This is like, Dad's passed away and everything. I just bring it up. We're just talking. I'm like, oh, do you remember that? Like, oh, I'm glad I was able to like open up to you and you were there for me, that sort of thing. And she started laughing. I was like, what are you laughing at? And she went, well, your dad eavesdropped on the entire conversation, and as soon as it ended, I went in the room and he was going, I think Liam might be gay.
You owe me 100 quid.
I think he might be gay because like there's no straight boy alive that would not get wanked off on the 192.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a pretty scatty bus. Goes from Hazel Grove to Manchester City Centre. It's fucking horrible.
Oh, it's an actual bus, yeah.
Yeah, it's Stockport. Yeah, smashing it. Yeah, man, it's it was so like toxic when we were younger. Do you know what I mean? You've come up through that generation of like fucking. I remember telling you that story of when I had like wrestlers like on the wall in my bedroom because I was a big WWE fan as a kid. And like he was like, "Oh, are you gay?" And I just took them all down. Yeah. It was fucking horrible, man. Horrible.
But yeah, I feel like I did the right thing. Did I?
But what, by not leading a girl on that you weren't into?
Yeah. I just want to hear you tell me I did the right thing because I know you have no other choice but to tell me I did the right thing.
No, I genuinely believe you do. I mean, it's not. It doesn't make for a very funny opinion, but I don't know if it'd be funny if I was like, no, you should have smashed a lad. Fucking. Joe, when you were on the bus and she was about to wank you off, was it like that thing where like, oh, you wait ages and then it all comes at once? Wait ages to lose your virginity and then you just come everywhere at once.
That was hard.